Hey everybody, welcome to Two Nerds and a Podcast, the 2-year anniversary edition. You're getting, yes, excessive air horn noises. You're getting a special edition. You get to see us for once.
Look, it's us. Wow.
Aren't we the most beautiful podcast hosts you've ever seen? Now you get to see every time I take a sip of water. You get to see every time I put on chapstick. You're just gonna
You get to see it all. My cat in the background.
Yep.
That's our co-host.
Yeah, that's the third
Co-host.
nerd in a podcast. It's been 2 whole years that we've been doing this podcast, which is crazy because that means it's been 2 years since I've been to the UK, and that's too long. That's too long ago. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, it's crazy that 2023 was 2 years ago. We're almost, and we're already halfway through this year. It's already over halfway through this year.
Yeah, we're closer. Somebody posted the other day that we're closer to 2050 now than we are to 2000.
2000?
Yeah. So like
that's crazy.
Not even like the decade we were born in.
Gosh, that's crazy.
It is crazy. It really is.
We didn't get really prepared. We've had a lot of technical problems.
Yeah, which isn't surprising. So if the audio is a bit off or not as like cleanly edited, we've had to switch programs because our usual program, which is Riverside, has decided that it doesn't like me in particular today, but it doesn't like really either of us today either. So it is what it is, but here we are. It's been 2 years. We've done a lot of episodes in 2 years. We've had quite a few different guests on within this year as well. We got to have the girls. We got to have Brooke and Lauren on here. We had Travis on, which, as you guys are watching this, is the video that went up on regular schedule. This is your bonus video for the week. You get to see us. I'm trying to think what we've done, and it doesn't seem like it's been a whole other year.
I know, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's something, that's for sure. We hit 1,000 listens on the podcast, so that means there have been people who have listened to 1,000 episodes, however you want to word that.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy because like I expected it to stay in the like low 100s because it's like Jamie and Natalie and maybe like 2 other people that consistently listen. Oh, I've lost Casey. Do you know off the top of your head what your favorite episode was this year?
I really like when we did the movie one. When we watched The Forest.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun one. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. I like our, well, obviously I'm a spooky girl, so spooky episodes are my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should, you know what we should do? We should do a FNAF one.
Yes.
Since we're going to be celebrating the fact that FNAF 2 is going to be coming out this year.
Oh my gosh, I love FNAF.
And then FNAF.
We can watch it?
Yes. And FNAF's going to be at Horror Nights.
Yes, I am so excited. I love FNAF.
So good. And we're going to have a little group at Horror Nights this year, which is going to be a ton of fun. But yeah, we've done so many fun episodes. So I know it's technically within the first year, but I think one of my favorite episodes still is the It's Barf episode when we talk about yours and Jamie's matching barf tattoos, because the idea that you guys have those and that they're matching is absolutely hilarious. But I love that we've gotten to talk We've got to talk a lot of anime this year, which is really cool because now I have been dubbed full weeb.
Yes.
Enough so that I went to Anime Expo, so make sure to subscribe wherever you're listening or watching in this case, to make sure that you see all of the things that I did.
Also,
Yes.
I will say, one of my favorite, well, not even like just my favorite episodes, but like since we've started the podcast, you have gotten into Bad Omens.
Yes.
And you went to your first metal concert / festival.
I did.
All in one.
I did.
And now you're getting into Sleep Token, which, by the way, Jamie is scratching at her enclosure to talk about it. She's dying.
Yes,
she's dying.
We need to set up a date because I need to know everything there is to know about Sleep Token.
Yeah, Jamie will tell you everything you need to know.
And I need that because literally the second you just you don't even have to like search anything or do anything. The second you just put out into the universe that you like Sleep Token or you like a Sleep Token song, literally the phone is listening and they're like, here is all of the Sleep Token TikToks. Here's all of the Sleep Token everything. Yes. Which is fabulous, except I don't understand a lot of it. Is it really cool? Mm-hmm. Yes. But then I get like Jamie was like, what house are you? And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I want to know what it
Jamie
means.
will explain it to you.
Yeah, because I was in Hot Topic the other day, and they had the t-shirts for the houses, but I don't know what any of that means. Just like I started reading Akatar.
I just know it's beautiful.
Yeah, I started reading Akatar, and that has like spring court, night court, day court. And so like I know what the spring court is and I know what the night court is. So like before a year in advance before I even started reading that book, it was like, which court do you think you belong in? And I'm like, I don't know what any of that means, but I want to find out. So it's like I need Jamie to explain all of the Sleep Token. Also, I don't know whose idea it was, but somebody out there decided I'm gonna narrate like a wildlife documentary, like clips from Sleep Token's shows, and so it's just like they're like explaining like each band member, and I'm like, I love this because as somebody who's like new, I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I needed, but also it's hilarious because like obviously like all like the scary music is just not there. It's literally just the voiceover. So they're just like doing their little stompies on the stage and like hopping around, and then it was like, yeah, and then he gets into the zoomies and like literally the lead singer is just like zooming everywhere, and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but okay. But yeah,
you do that, buddy. Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Sleep Token right now. It's all my brain wants to listen to. What was I looking on? There was like I get recommended on like Facebook like a post of like which lead singer do you like the best, and Noah was obviously on there from Bad Omens, but Sleep Token was also an option, and then I just happened to glance at the comments, and some dude was like, Sleep Token would be fine, but they're kind of like whiny teenagers, and I'm like, I mean, I don't think so, but also I can't talk because like I love like Fall Out Boy and My Chemical Romance,
yeah,
and like their early stuff, so which is all teenage angsty. So I was like,
yeah.
So maybe I'm not the best judge of that, but yeah, it's kind of funny. I feel like with Sleep Token, you're either like way into Sleep Token or you're like not into Sleep Token. Like you and Jamie are like the two ends of the spectrum. But yes, we definitely have to have Jamie on.
Yeah, Jamie would love to be on. She's dying. She needs to be on.
For sure. We got to get her on here. We'll plan something soonish. I was going to say like soon, but I'm going to be traveling in like 2 weeks, which is crazy.
I know, me too.
Yeah. It's so funny because you're going to be in town when I'm out of town.
I'm pretty. We're gonna have like a lot of videos, like pretty much lined up for the next like
couple of weeks.
rest of the year. Honestly,
yeah. Honestly, we're never gonna run out of content on this podcast. We just sometimes,
no.
when we want to have other people involved, we have to have like an actual plan. Whereas Casey and I normally we just wing it. We're just like, podcast tonight, and then sometimes we'll plan for something during the week, and then schedule change or something changes, and then we're like, Sundays. So Sundays are usual go-to, but
yeah.
Yeah, we're not good with the planning ahead. So most of the time when you guys get an episode, it's something that's literally been recorded like a couple of days before it went live. Very rarely is it ever like super pre-recorded. What has been your favorite part of continuing to do the podcast this year?
Well, it's just like I love that I get to, whenever we do fun things, then I get to sit there and talk about how fun it is.
Yeah.
And I love that because I feel like, in my opinion, we do a lot of fun things.
We do.
And I love talking about it. Like, I can't wait to talk about the concerts. I can't wait to talk about horror nights. It's so fun.
Yeah. I also think it's fun too because like sometimes, particularly with like friends that are like out of state, like I don't have the ability to call all of them and tell them about like my experience or what I've been doing. And so like now for those of who listen to podcasts, I'm just like, here's the podcast episode and you'll know what I've been doing.
Yeah, so you get to hang out with your friends without having to hang out with your friends.
Exactly.
Or, like, you know, if you're far away.
Yeah. And I love that, like, at least a couple of people that I've talked to, they're like, yeah, I just, like, throw your podcast on, like, when I'm driving or when I'm cleaning. And it's just, like, having a chat with you, too. And I'm like, that's amazing. Because, honestly, that's what I strive for. Like, to make you, the audience, feel like you're just sitting in this room with us, just chatting away. You, unfortunately, don't really get to say anything until after we're done chatting. But you're here.
You have to be quiet the whole time.
And then you get to comment
later.
You
zip it. Yeah. Unless you're Jamie, who, while she's listening to it, will text me, like, as it's happening.
Yeah. Jamie is great for that. I love that.
Yes. What did you answer? You didn't answer yours. What are you... what is your answer to that question?
Do you remember what the question was?
No. That was also a very long time ago.
I think my favorite part of the podcast is very much along the same lines as you, is that we get to talk about things we experience. But I really love because you and I are gonna sit and yap about the stuff we're doing anyways. So it's just kind of like an added thing to not only like let friends and strangers like kind of get two weirdos' perspective on things, but also for me in particular, I now have something tangible to go back and listen to. Like that's why I
also you can like see how like different, like even just in these 2 years, like it's crazy to think like 2 years ago this time we were talking about Barbie.
Yeah,
you know, that feels so long ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like a good marker
it's cool to see like what like it's like kind of like a little like time capsule. You can see like, because we talk about everything, movies, games, latest things, so that's really cool. And it is fun. I think it's cool too, like I also really enjoy that like we've got like guests and we've got to meet a lot of people through the podcast, like other podcast friends,
or even like reconnecting with people, or like I basically forced Casey to meet all of my friends, and so now we're all friends. And it kind of like, at least like as of right now, has led to the possibility of doing like what Casey and I always do, but with more people. Like I said, for Horror Nights, we're gonna have extra people joining us this year. We're in the midst of planning a big group trip to Orlando to do all the Disney things, where we'll have friends joining us, and Darby, who's been on the podcast, will join us a day or two. So it's like it kind
Who
of
we've
like,
met through the podcast.
yeah, it kind of like grows a community, which I know sounds like really like influencery, but like you know what I mean? But like we have created a community of just like nerds who are not sorry about being nerds. Like there's no like, why do you like that? It's just like oh cool, I don't know what that is, but feel free to chat about it because you can and I'll listen, but I don't just know I don't know anything.
Also, I feel like our podcast is so diverse that like we like, because we like so many different things and we talk about so much that like it's not just like an anime podcast or like, you know, it's got literally anybody can listen. You're probably 2 years of archives.
yeah, and I like that we don't have a theme, because I listened to a couple podcasts where like they watch through TV shows or they stick to one particular genre of things, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong, there's like a ton of content to be made about every little thing out there. But I love that our podcast is so go with the flow, because then it's not like, oh man, I gotta talk about this today, or oh, I had to talk about this, but this literally, like, we've literally changed what we were talking about so last minute when stuff gets announced, when seasons drop. Like, the second, like, if Casey and I blast through a show, then we're like, you know what? Let's talk about that. Oh. Hold on.
It's cutting out, but I agree.
Yeah, my computer just decided to, like, go to sleep. I'm not sure why, because it's recording, so I don't know. But it allows us to be super flexible, not only with each other, but also with the content we make, so that the second somebody's like, did you see this? Or they announce this trailer, we can just literally jump into that topic. We don't have to wait for it to be relevant or worry about it not being relevant to our podcast. We're just a catch-all for everything. We can just,
that's like got a little bit of everything. Yeah. So tell your family, because tell your friends, tell your dogs, because they'll probably like it too. We got cats, you know.
Yeah,
we got
we've got a loaf in the background.
If you listen to year 1, we got Flash screaming in the background. Now we just got this loaf.
Yeah, now we just have a loaf. Okay, he's like, please don't call me a loaf. Even though he is a loaf.
He's tired.
Yeah, same boy, same. But yeah, I love that too, even though it's been 2 years, it's like I'm not bored of making the podcast.
Because there's always like so much to talk about.
Yeah. And there's always so many things that we're like, we need to make an episode about this, and about this, and about this, and about that, and about that. And two, I like it because you and we normally like share like, oh, I think you'll like this and I think you'll like that. But now I feel like we're even more in sync, where we'll watch something and be like, you should watch this. And you're like, just kidding, I already did.
Yeah.
You're like, I've seen
it. I have enjoyed what was I gonna say? I completely forgot.
Obviously,
being able to like, being able to, no, my memory's not very good. And to my own fault, but like being able to, because like I feel like before when we were like younger, like, you know, it was like, oh, you're into this thing, I'm into this thing, we like each other's things, you know. Now it's like, now we can like, it's almost like giving each other homework, you know. I'm like, okay, you watch this because I think you would like this, and then you like it, and then it's like, oh my god, we can talk about it. which is just fun. I'm like the opposite of gatekeeping, actually. I want everybody to enjoy the things I enjoy because I have great taste. And so I'm the opposite of gate. When you started getting into Bad Omens, I was like, oh my gosh, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I was. I was ready. And that's literally Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, and Sleep Token is when I'm in the car by myself, that's all I listen to. Just those three right now. The playlist is expanding. I haven't taken anything off the Now playlist in a while. I've just been adding things. So it's actually been getting longer. Instead of being like 8 songs on repeat, it's like 20 songs on repeat.
Yeah. That's also, I have an idea for an episode. I think we should do like a Spotify, like, because we're halfway through the year, we should do like a Spotify predictions episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild card this year for me.
You, yeah, I think for me it'll be one of. I think last year was definitely the most predictable one. I think this year will still be pretty predictable, but we always have that like little nugget of like me listening to my work playlist that some songs will just kind of like make their way in there, and I'm like, what are you doing here? But yeah, we should definitely forecasting. I also love too that Spotify has this platform for us to work on. It's easy and simple, and we don't have to run ads on anything if we don't want to. But the more people that subscribe, the more opportunities we have. We could get sponsored.
So do it.
So subscribe and listen, obviously. But it's such a simple thing. I also like, I can't remember who I was talking to one time. Oh, I think was it Travis? It might have been Travis. I was talking to somebody and they were like, oh, do you video record? And I was like, no, we don't. Because that requires like getting ready and also having like technology be okay. And
yeah, this is like barely happening right now.
By like the skin of our teeth. And I told Casey, I was like, we could do this for an anniversary thing, but we're more like radio host situation.
Yes,
mainly because I mean, I do a lot of things on camera, as does Casey. We both are slowly getting more into streaming on Twitch, which you guys should follow us there. So if you really want to see our faces, you can. But as far as the podcast goes, it's really nice not having to, particularly because the internet is always temperamental when we're recording.
Yeah, always. We like live in the boonies. It's just we don't live in the big city, okay? We're not city folk. All right. No. We're country bumpkins.
That we are. But I was literally at Anime Expo this weekend and just driving, because it was at the LA Convention Center, just driving into LA is claustrophobic and awful. And it wasn't even that crowded, because most people like went away for the holiday weekend. But I was telling Christine, I was like, I don't think I could ever live in LA. Around LA, sure, but not in it. That's just...
I'm not a city, like, I want bigger cities, but like I'm not like a city girl.
Yeah, I don't want to have to touch my neighbors in any way, shape, or form.
No.
I can't.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. What do you hope to do for the future of the podcast? Is there anything I know we hinted on it earlier. Is there anything in particular that you want to try or that you would like to do again? Or like content we want to make?
I always love making like our traveling content, but I think that like within the next year, like it would be fun to start getting like a lot more guests and doing like a lot, like I like a goal of mine is to obviously expand the podcast. I gotta run ads. I always forget.
That's okay.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
We just need to make more like advertisement worthy content, which we don't. I feel like you and I are both really bad at that as far as the podcast goes. Our own personal ones, we're posting all the time, which you should follow us there as well.
Yeah.
But like the podcast one, I'm always like, I should make a reel. I should make a TikTok, and then I don't.
Yeah, it's hard. I was telling Jamie today, I was like, if I ever get big and famous, which I'm like pretty much there. Mm-hmm. I was like, I have to get an assistant that's gonna have to like do everything for me because like it's a lot. And I am just a girl, and you know what? Maybe if I didn't work so much, it would be easier. But
yeah, if I didn't like, if magically became the full-time job, then I don't have any problem creating the content. It's just like, I work 40 hours a week at a relatively physically intense retail job, which is always kind of strange, but it is. Like, when I come home, I'm just ready to pass out, especially as we loom closer to Christmas, which is disgusting to say out loud. We're officially in Summerween, though.
Summerween! I heard that last firework, and I was like, it is practically fall. Where is pumpkin spice?
It's fall.
Yeah, it's fall.
Yeah, I think I applaud anybody who has worked full-time, done a podcast, or run a YouTube channel, and made all of the like short form content to go with it, because I just never have the energy to do anything short form. Would it be very hard? Probably not, but it's just like one thing to add to the list. And I feel like
it's just one little task after another, and you're like, stop. But they're like small, but there's a bunch of them. There's so many social media platforms, okay?
Yeah,
like,
and
good Lord.
I know, like, from the content creators that I do watch, they're always like, the consistency is never the same on any platform. So, like, something could blow up on TikTok and do, like, a big fat goose egg on Instagram. So, it's, like, a weird, the algorithm is a weird game that nobody ever particularly wins. So,
yeah.
But I feel like that would be my goal for the year, is to get better with the short form content. I also think too, for me anyways, the reason I drag making it out is because we don't film anything. So it's like I have to, I have the audio, but I don't have any of the video. So it's like I have to do something creative to show what we're talking about, and that sometimes is just too much brain power to be happening like after a long day of work. Sometimes I get it into my head and I have a genius idea, and other times I'm like, yeah, no. That's why I do love when we particularly travel together and I vlog it, because then I have visual media.
Yes, you have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's hard when we live, so far away.
Yeah,
not that far, but far enough.
But somebody moved multiple times to different states.
Yeah, and then back.
Yeah. So, lots to look forward to on the podcast. What else? I don't even remember what we talked about in our last anniversary video.
I think we talked about like our favorite episodes. I know that, like what we got, pretty much the same thing. Probably. Do you have any, like, is there something like specifically you want to like create besides like episode wise?
I think what you touched on earlier, I think definitely the like video, like where we watch a movie of some kind. The forest in particular was really cool, so maybe we can like look into doing that for like spooky season, or just like for smaller movies in general, because I feel like like you're a big TV person and I'm a big movie person, so even if we watch like through like a few episodes of like a TV show together, I think that would be cool. I almost wish we would have done it for The Substance, because that was such a wild movie.
Yeah, that was such a wild movie. Yeah.
But I also, like, I feel like we would have had to blur so much of it because a lot of it is very graphic.
Yeah.
But I think our reactions would have been quite hilarious.
I think so.
But yeah, I feel like just
him's
like
his croissant over there.
croissant.
Him's
He went from loaf to
croissanting.
croissant.
Yeah, him's a croissant. Him's a raw croissant, but him's a croissant.
He's an untoasted croissant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think definitely making more kind of movie reaction content would be really fun, because I feel like we always watch things separately and then talk about it together. So I think it's kind of fun to watch and talk as we go, especially because like we'll both be watching it, we're both making it for the podcast, so we can like pause and stuff. Whereas like when other people do that, like, and we're just like regularly viewing, I'm like, I can't handle this right now. I actually would really love to do it with the One Piece live action with you, because
I'm down for that.
You've begun your One Piece journey. It kicked off with FanFest.
I have.
You've begun your One Piece journey.
Listen, that Zoro did something to me. Zoro and Sanji there did something that like altered the chemistry in my brain forever. Yep. And I was like, I do think I need to watch more.
You definitely do. Especially Zoro is played by a beautiful Japanese man. And Sanji,
that's all I need to hear.
Yeah, beautiful Japanese man. Sanji is played by a beautiful British man.
Oh,
it's 10 out of 10. And I do know that you thought Nami was pretty, so there's gonna be lots of things. But also, if we watch through season 1 now, then you'll be prepared for season 2, which is
I'll be ready. Yeah,
feature our favorite blue nose reindeer, Mr. Tony Chopper.
I know, he's so cute.
So I'm excited to see him in the live action. Also, literally, the One Piece live action for season 2, every single time they reveal a new cast member, I'm like, oh no, all of my morals are out the window, and oh man, like, listen, a lot of the villains in One Piece, like One Piece, you either get very attractive or just like straight up crazy. There's no in between for character design. A lot of the villains, like, I already thought, I'm like, especially like anybody with like a mob boss aesthetic, I'm like, I'm in. But then they cast really beautiful people for the live action, and I'm like, oh no, this is even worse.
Oh no.
So yes, but yeah, so definitely,
I'm definitely down.
More video content, because I filmed a reaction to the One Piece live action with Wyatt, and that was what kicked off my One Piece journey. And I was like the normie in the group, because Wyatt and Ben, both diehard One Piece fans. But even they, again, making anything One Piece related is like, it's, Casey put it into words beautifully. It's literally like trying to make the TikTok version of a movie. Like, and you have to somehow get everything in there. I think for the amount of content that they've had to work with, they've done a very good job. But also, Oda, the creator of One Piece, he is heavily involved in this TV show. Which, in my opinion, I feel like if you're adapting anything, you should always involve the original creator to some extent.
I agree.
Because when they don't, it normally just is not a good time. But yeah, more video content, more short form content. But yeah, as far as like favorite episodes, we've done a lot of really good ones. I think my favorite time of year for the podcast is literally spooky season. We do a lot of really cool spooky season stuff.
That's because we specialize in spooky season.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes.
I also
I know what I'm going to be for Halloween. I think I'm going to be Mothman for Halloween.
Oh, cute. I love that for you. I saw the other day in FYE, and it made me think of you. So, you know my Mothman plush that I have sitting on my bed?
Yes.
They had a pink version. And her wings were so pretty. She was beautiful. I told Brooke,
adorbs.
I was like, she would look so cute next to my Mothman. But I also didn't want to pay like $30 for a plushie, so I didn't buy her.
That's fair.
But
that's fair.
She was so cute. And I was like, that's literally the Casey version of Mothman.
I know. I know. Yeah, no, I was like, Mothman would be such a great costume. I'm doing it. Absolutely.
It's so cute, too. I think another one of my
favorite...
it's so
easy.
Yeah, another one of my favorite episodes we did this year was the Hear Me Out cake, but with music. Where we were like, these are our, like, top 10, like, the absolutely trash songs, but they're also the best songs. So yeah. I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, that was a good one. I also liked our country one we did.
Yeah.
The Hoedown Throwdown.
Hoedown Throwdown. I liked both of them that we did, both with Natalie's playlist and then with my playlist.
Yes, I know. The country time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a brief country intermission. I also like, too, that, like, the audience that, like, and the community that we do have, they're always like, I can't believe you haven't seen this. I need you to watch this. Or I can't believe Casey doesn't listen to country music. I'm going to make her a playlist. Like, I love that beyond just you and me sharing stuff with each other, it's everybody sharing stuff with everybody else, too. So, like...
Yeah, you get to be a part of our lives. And we're so fun.
That we are. We're the funnest. I also really liked your quiz episode where you found all those BuzzFeed quizzes.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
You were like, I'm not telling you what it is, but I've got an idea. And I was like, okay, I guess.
You're like, okay. I'm like, my episode.
Yeah, I love that too. A lot of time, like, this is how you know that Casey and I are a really good team, is because we will either go into an episode with absolutely no idea and just fly by the seat of our pants, or one of us will be like, hey, do you have an episode idea? And then the other one will be like, no. And you're like, great, I do. You're not going to know what it is, though, until we get you don't get to recording.
Find out. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm very proud of that one.
Yeah, that was genius. I love a good BuzzFeed quiz. I also like to, like, scrolling through our, like, episode list on Spotify. Like, if you've, like, never listened to any of our podcasts, you're literally scrolling through the weirdest list of names for any of these episodes.
Yeah, you're like, what is this?
Because, like, you go from an episode titled Need That Man to Bark at Me to Squeeze 'em to You Fool and then to and They've Got a Steel Chair.
And how could you not want to listen to a podcast where those are the episode titles?
Yeah.
It's like, man, what could that possibly mean?
Yeah, and you're just
what could that possibly mean?
Yeah.
I need to listen.
Absolutely. It's funny. On some of these, like, I give, like, a 2-sentence description, and other times I'm just like, we talked about stuff. You just have to listen. You don't get a description. You just have to listen. We have 14 ratings on our podcast. We're at a 4.9 star rating.
Wow.
I know.
Because we're great.
That we are. We really are. Oh my god. Should we wrap up the episode? Do you have anything else to talk about?
Oh, now you're making me yawn. Quit
I'm
it.
sorry. I know. I'm sleepy.
I know, me too. I didn't do it as much as you did, but I did go outside for like 25 minutes. I went to the pool, and that pretty much wiped me out.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, when you step outside, it's like stepping out into an oven. Whereas, like, when I step outside, it's just like stepping out to, like, a hairdryer on warm. So...
Yeah, it's like full blast here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you went to the anime convention, which we'll probably talk about.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to talk about it. I have a lot of thoughts. The two that I will leave you here with today, is one, everything was very hot, sweaty, and smelly.
Mm-hmm.
Which, stereotypical, but also expected.
Yes.
And two, I still don't understand the whole cat ears thing on anime characters. Like, when they add cat ears, like, they make them cat boys and stuff. I still don't understand.
Gojo Cat is my favorite.
Okay, but Gojo Cat is, like, I feel like the exception, because I also love, like, Gojo as an actual cat. But, like, when you just put cat ears on Gojo...
Right.
But also, I'm gonna leave you with a third thing. My favorite thing out there right now, and I kind of want one, are the mouse pads with the, like, boobies.
With the boobs?
But they're guys.
Yeah.
I like when they're the guys.
Yeah.
And I told
Joe
and Wyatt,
I used to have, I had one. I forgot what it was. It was a long time ago. Yeah, I think it was an Overwatch one. And it was like the butt. It was like the...
yeah, I loved that there were so many of them that were men.
I love it so much.
I sent one literally to the One Brain Cell group chat, and I've started playing this game called Love in Deep Space at other Jamie's request, and
Jamie loves it, by the way.
I know, she's so excited. I love her. But my one friend Joe crashes out over it every time I play, because he's been traumatized from other friends that have also played it and become obsessed. But they had a mouse pad of Silas, which is my favorite boy, with the, like, pec boobies, the chest. I sent him that, and he was like, please burn that. I never want to see that in my life ever again. And then the next time I talked to him, I was like, so did you want me to get the mouse pad for you? And he was like, and then he crashed
I
out.
will be sending it in the mail.
Yeah, literally. And then I they had, like, a Love in Deep Space, like, photo opportunity thing where they had, like, each of the boys set up and you could go in and take pictures with them. But when we went, it was closed for lunch. So I took a picture of just the boys, and then, of course, I sent it to Jamie.
Yeah.
But, I sent it to the group chat, and Joe was like, how dare you send that? And I was like, we were waiting for a panel, and I was like, I could Photoshop him in this really quick on my phone, just for funsies. And I did, and he was like, burn it to the ground. And I was like,
burn it! Get rid of it!
And it was funny, because he was like, I hate that it looks so real. And I was like, you're getting it as a mug. Everyone's gonna get a Joe
it's for you.
Silas mug. It's gonna be great. But yeah, so we will be talking more about Anime Expo in future episodes. Casey's got a boatload of concerts she's going to, like, literally within the next 2 months. So we'll be talking about that. I have some travel plans that we'll be talking about. Hopefully we'll have some more guests on this year. Thank you for joining us in another year of Two Nerds and a Podcast. We are excited for year 3. This is typically when everything gets real good. So hopefully we are continuing on our upward journey into this podcast.
You stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. Stay subscribed. And we will see you guys in the next episode. So bye.
Goodbye.